Ajnanatmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So I've been reading from the Saranagati, prayers of surrender by Bhakti Thakur. These are very important prayers in which Bhakti Thakur is teaching us what is our attitude in devotional service. It means without thinking, but devotional service should be performed not mechanically but lovingly. You'll see, neophyte devotee may chant Hare Krishna and an advanced devotee may chant Hare Krishna, and it seems to be the same thing. Or a neophyte devotee may clean the floor for Krishna and an advanced devotee may clean the floor for Krishna. And it appears to be the same thing. In quality it's the same, in essence it's the same because both are serving Krishna. But the neophyte, he's not very much aware of what he is doing. As the advanced devotee, when he's chanting or serving Krishna anyway, is fully conscious of Krishna and is fully in the mood of surrender to Krishna. That mood, Bhakti Thakur is explaining. So I'll read this song. Bhakti Thakur is saying, Amara, bolite, prabhu, kichu. The idea that anything belongs to me, Bhakti Thakur is saying, I'm giving that up, that idea. This is the way we can become dear to Krishna. Krishna's one name is Kinchana Gochara. Kincha means one who has kinchit, means someone who has something in this material world. Akinchan means one who has nothing in this world. And Akinchan Gochara means Krishna who is, he makes himself available to such devotees. This is described by Queen Kunti in one of her prayers. These very important prayers of Queen Kunti. Janmaishvarya Shruta Shridhir Etanana Madhakuman Naiva Haptaritatam Vai Tam Kinchana Gochara. She says, my dear Krishna, you are a Kinchan Gochara, you are the property, you are available to those who have nothing to aspire for in this material world. She says that people generally, they're very proud in this world, especially those who have some opulences. Now, according to one's karma, if one has good karma, he gets different kinds of opulences. Four are principal. These are Janma, birth in an aristocratic family or a great nation. Aishvarya means sufficient money. Shruta means good education. And Shri means good bodily features. So generally if someone has any one of these or more, 2, 3 or 4 of these qualities, he becomes very proud. This pride, this is the symptom of the conditioned soul. And the symptom of the liberated soul, the Vaishnava, is humility. So this pride is a very great obstacle in devotional service. Practically, devotional service cannot happen, it cannot begin, it cannot arise in the heart of one who is proud. That's why, even while practicing devotional service, we have to be very careful that pride doesn't come into our heart. Pride makes the heart very hard, and it destroys our clear vision. Our vision should be that I am a very tiny, insignificant soul. Somehow or other, by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I've been given, by the mercy of the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I've been given the chance to engage in the service of Krishna, even though I'm not at all qualified to do so. This is my great good fortune. This mode of humility, this is required. However, what we often see is that a devotee, he practices little devotional service and he becomes proud. Just like a child, when he goes to school, he starts to learn nicely. Then he becomes proud. Oh, I know 2 plus 2 equals 4. I become a great scholar. I'm proud. And he walks around. The greatest, God's gift to mankind. So, when parents see him, anyway he's a child. He'll grow up and then he'll become a little humble. Practically we see among scholars they're generally very proud, but those who are really great scholars, they're humble. Prabhupada used to sometimes quote Sir Isaac Newton, who was considered the greatest genius of his age. And he said that, I've been searching in the land of knowledge. It seems to me that what I've learned is very little. It was as if I was walking on a vast beach, millions, unlimited grains of sand. And the knowledge I've acquired is like 2 or 3 little grains, that's all. Einstein also, he was a little humble like that. After studying so much, my only question is how God created the universe. So those who are actually great realize that they have the understanding that I'm very insignificant in comparison with Krishna. Someone who is very neophyte, he thinks, oh, I'm very good. Just see, I can distribute more books than anybody else. Jump up and down in kirtan more than anybody else. I'm the most austere. I know more shlokas than anybody else. I'm the best. I've come to this world to save the people. Never mind, 2 years ago I was eating meat and drinking wine and so many different things. That was just my lila. But actually you see, often neophyte devotees, so they are great, no doubt, fools. Because they're thinking, I'm so wonderful. Just like the father sees the child, I know 2 + 2 = 4. The child, let him talk all nonsense. When he grows up, he should become a little saint. Of course, he may grow up and then he may think, he may become a little more qualified and more proud. Such a person, he becomes intolerable to live with. Even among the materialists, someone who's proud and arrogant is not popular. So this pride and conceit, it's got nothing to do with devotional service. This is rather the quality of the demons. As Lord Krishna describes in chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita, what are the qualities of the demons? And he opens his description by telling, Dambho, Darbha, Vimanascha, Krodha, Parisham, Evacha, Jnanam cha vijatasya, Asaram sampadam bhavata. He says that practically all these words mean the same thing. They're different words for pride, that's all. Dambha means pride, Darbha, arrogance, Dambha, Darbha, Abhiman, conceit.
То есть фактически он перечисляет все эти слова.
Pride, conceit, arrogance, they're all very similar, more or less. Then anger, harshness, and krodha, parisham, ajnana, ignorance. Jnana cha vijatasya, partha sampadam asara. So these are the qualities of the non-devotees. So even in devotional service, this is why practicing devotional service, but he's full of pride, actually he's ajnani, he's foolish. And Brahma-Vaivarta Purana teaches us that the one who is proud, he may think he is very advanced in devotional service, but actually it is as if there were great mountains between him and Krishna. So the whole path of devotional service is based on becoming meek and humble. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches. What does he say? Let's read that. It says that one should consider oneself to be lower than the grass. One should be more tolerant than the tree. He should not be concerned with respect for himself, but he should be ready to give all respect to others. In this frame of mind, always chant Hare Krishna. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he recommends this formula to everybody. He begs his readers on one request, that he says, you please chant these holy names constantly as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has requested. You wear the holy names in a necklace around your neck. String is Chunadapi Sunichena. String it on this verse. So this mood Bhaktivinoda Thakur is teaching us. Don't be proud. If we have anything, either any gross property, I may have $1 million, that's some gross property, or I may have some subtle qualities like good-looking body or good intelligence, don't be proud. You don't think this is mine. If we have any quality, that's all Krishna's gift. So everything should be offered very humbly in the service of Krishna. To me, Amar Matro Pita Bandhu Bhai. You, Krishna, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, you are my all in all. You are my father, brother, friend, everything. Pitaham asya jagata mata tata pitamaha. This Krishna says also in Gita. Says, I am the father, the grandfather, Pitaham, and the father, the mother, the grandfather, everything. So this attitude also. Krishna is our best friend. Krishna promises, I am your best friend. Suhrit Satam. He is the best friend of the honest devotees. He is the best friend of everybody. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. So we're thinking, this is my friend, my wife, my children, these are my friends, they are my friends. But our real friend, our eternal friend, our steady friend is Krishna. And of course the devotees of Krishna are also our friends. If A is a friend of B, and C is a friend of B, then A automatically can be a friend of C. A is a friend of B, and C is a friend of B, then A can very easily be a friend of C, because they have a mutual friendship. So in Krishna consciousness, everyone is cultivating the idea that Krishna is our best friend. So we can very easily be friends of devotees. And we find that always in Krishna consciousness. We may meet a devotee we never met before, but instantly friendship, as if we knew each other for 50 years. In Krishna consciousness, you don't have to make friends, and automatically you're friends. Because the same interest, the same mentality. I've had this experience so many times. I meet devotees and it's as if you know them for 20 years already. I just had this experience in Moscow with Niranjan Maharaj. I never spent any time with him ever before. We were together for 3-4 days in Moscow, and just as if we'd known each other for 20 years. Because, well, actually we have, because we're eternal sons of the same Father. Sometimes we think, oh, there are so many wonderful devotees all over the world. You get to meet them all. Of course, at Mayapur Festival, sometimes you can. But then, there's so many devotees, you can't even have time to say Haribol to all of them. So anyway, there's time. We have an eternal relationship. In the spiritual world, we'll have plenty of time to chant together, dance together, play with Krishna together. Sometimes we hear about our great acharyas, Bhakti-Stan Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti-Rao Thakur, and Narottam Das Thakur. And we think, how wonderful would it be to associate with them. Well, actually we can associate with them even now, just like we sung the song now by Lochan Das Thakur. So by singing his song, we also associate with him. Now we're reading the song of Bhakti-Rao Thakur, so by reading his song, we associate with him. And of course, our Guru, he's the representative of all the acharyas. So by following the instructions of our Guru, we come in association with all the acharyas. And we'll get full opportunity. But even now here, there are so many wonderful devotees. Narottam Das sings, Grihe Baba Nepe Take, Hargavanga Bole Dake, Narottama Magi Tavasham. He says, all the devotees, whether they're grihastas or brahmacharis or sannyasis, whatever they are, if they chant out with love, Hargavanga, all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I want to associate with him. So Krishna is our Father, He is our brother, He is our friend, and by establishing our relationship with Krishna, we establish relationships with all the devotees. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vindaki Jaya. We say all glories to all the devotees. Unlimited numbers. Devotees who appeared in this world in the past, devotees who are in this world now, and in future so many other devotees will come. There may be so many people wandering around the streets. They may see you chanting and dancing and look at you and think, that's very strange. But you don't know, in 6 months or 1 year, they may be dancing and chanting with you also. So many people have come, and so many more will come also. So devotee's vision is, Nasun Hariva Kutumbakam. Devotee's vision is, everyone, the whole world is my family. Because everyone is a servant of Krishna. Some know it and some don't know it. Everyone is a servant of Krishna. Manhu Dara Suta Suta, Tabadasi Das, Shito Shambande Shade, Amara Payash. So Bhakti Thakur says, my friends, my wife, my children, I see them all as your servants. Dasam dasis, male servants and female servants. Bhakti Thakur was a householder, of course, with 13 children.
House itself, my wife, and think of them all at once. And that's the reason we should want to move on is there. And look what you're listening, just considering yourself yourself. You're going to come down without putting it there. So I'll keep on home, and also shout, and you put it over. He says, so that I can serve you, I don't want yeah, and I run my household affairs, spending money, spending different things. All morning, it's all service. Я живу своей семейной жизнью, конечно, не вижу себя. Все остальное остальное только послушать тебя. А главное, мои люди главное ходили, что наша мешала, они пришла к нам. И все дороги себе, он не смел трудно. Я вообще думаю, что хорошо, что плохо. Все я делаю все. Только я говорю тебе это все. Out of my household affairs, I consider myself a watchman. Жизнь дома я считаю себя служителем. Вот мы это ты послушай. You should watch everything. This is an attitude for a student outside of the building. Well, the same with the ocean. Also, has the duty to everybody knows to look out the wife and children. So that will be one of those everything. So the rest of it is really sure not enough food. The other thing is to be able to and call in the living. Good place to live. The children should be educated. So the social and family is not a but the most important duty of a household, among all of these important duties, is to see that his family members are engaged in the service of Krishna. The body born of Hajana, the body, recently, living for reverence, even as a fear, actually, I cannot confidently give him what is the attitude of a feeling of the living for us. You don't know to understand, nothing which is better than much of the fact. The right channel, really a channel, he says, according to the Holiness, I use my senses. And these are six holy senses. Seeing, smelling, he says, I no more endeavor to satisfy my own senses. Until happiness says that your happiness is the essence. So this one line, this is the essence of devotion. Bhakti is engaging the senses in the service of Krishna. That's why Krishna is very attractive. Everybody they say, you know, we don't say, you know. Actually, we always enjoy our senses more. That's right. Parties and everybody very nice food. You can eat a bunch of beef and potatoes with some bones. That's wonderful soup. I have no idea what is paratas and bhujangis and collars and kachari is kichuri, rasamalai. We have no idea what that is. You know these things go? Because Krishna is the supreme being. Krishna likes to enjoy in association with his devotees. Krishna, what he eats, he likes to take care of his good. Krishna goes out to the forests and the mountains with the cows and the cattle. And they all sit down to eat. He sits with good people. In the morning before he goes out, he eats good feast. And he takes some lunchbox every day. So all the common boys can sit down with Krishna. They all open their lunchbox. What have we got? So they're all eating. Krishna eating something. He says, hey, it's a beautiful one of the things like this. And the common boys eat and wow, this, I know the cooking with hey, Krishna, you try some of this. So there's so many different nice foods. Unlimited numbers of nice things about the Krishna. Traveling in India, you know, place to place, and countryside, different places. just amazing the varieties of different things.
Мы не путешествуем по разнообразию другой области, где просто поразительно везде такое разнообразие разных вещей.
So many different nice things are offered to Krishna.
Много всего интересного Кришна предлагается.
So Krishna doesn't just eat all by himself.
И Кришна не просто так, что сам себе.
He likes to eat nice food, but he leaves it for us to take also.
Кришна любит есть вкусно, но он нам тоже оставляет.
When we offer food to Krishna, Krishna eats.
Когда мы доверяем пищу Кришне, он ест.
And he leaves it for us.
И оставляет на нас.
He's surrounded from it.
Естественно.
So before we offer it, let it go.
Предлагать это холод.
Not the intent as decided.
Я вот примерю это просто.
So what is the difference?
Какая разница?
The difference is that food that we see that no mixed with Krishna's service.
Разница в том, что та пища, которую мы теперь уже видим, она успешно создается.
So the taste becomes enhanced.
И вкус улучшается.
And by taking that, we become master Krishna.
И когда мы принимаем эту пищу, мы получаем благословение.
So we don't say, don't eat.
Это мы не видим есть.
Well, God says the money like is there for you to do what goes through.
Но там, что мы не появится, все это обратно благословение.
Pray with some strength.
И дальше что мы научились.
No, you do it in secret.
Но не только сказать, конечно, все это делают.
See so many big fat money in us.
Можно понаблюдать множество просто совместно играть.
We didn't become fat by fasting.
И вряд ли они поставят все толстые.
They're pretending that we get our own desires.
Притворяются вот на те желания, казалось.
But the problem is we don't make a big nonsense show.
Но при этом мы устраиваем такое глупое шоу.
Take the time.
Давай попробуй просто.
Not only me, you also.
Нет, ты тоже.
Everyone should do.
Все равно.
And in your eyes, you don't have to close your eyes.
И не обязательно закрывать глаза.
Open your eyes.
Можно открыть глаза.
See Krishna.
Видеть Кришну.
Krishna is so many names. Maya Vidvana, Maya Mrna. He's charming pleasure for the eyes.
Кришна наоборот идет прекрасно. Чем мы называем прекрасное наслаждение для нас.
Says if you look in the city, just like in the writing on the Saranagati Swami, we had panorama, darshan of the whole city.
Посмотришь, например, на карте, вот сегодня мы теряли, что выезжали и видели даже всего города.
Massive buildings and big chimneys and horrible.
Я смотрю на зеленые клубы и вот.
Simply depressing to see these places.
Конечно, ты просто смотреть на все эти места.
Only nice things, so many people are chanting Hare Krishna.
Единственное, что здорово, это много людей, которые Кришна.
Otherwise, just completely hellish.
И все остальное совершенно адско.
So I don't want to insult your country, but it's not a question.
Не хочу, конечно, вас оскорблять, но такое впечатление.
So instead of looking at these horrible things, let us look at Krishna.
Кажется, если смотреть на ситуацию, смотреть на все путали, давайте смотреть на Кришну.
You see this modern earth. What is this modern earth?
Видите, современное искусство, что это такое?
You get a whole pile of garbage and they put it all together and then sell it for $50,000. Modern earth.
Вот кучу мусора складывали, и потом продают по $50 миллионов долларов, и это самое.
Some madman comes and prints, he gets some paper and puts it on the canvas and sells it for $50,000.
Какой-нибудь технарь краской полосы продает за $50,000.
Actually, there was some case recently in England. They sold some modern earth.
На самом деле, недавно было такое судебное дело, представили, кто продал современного уровня картины.
Because the name of some famous artist was put on it.
Ну, там, конечно, было написано имя какого-то знаменитого художника.
So they sold it for £10,000.
И продали ее за 10 тысяч фунтов.
Afterwards, he told me that actually this was done by a 4-year-old daughter.
Позднее все признался, да, на самом деле, она конкретно будет сделана.
I just gave her some paint and she screws it all over.
Я дал ей краски, она размазала все это.
You're such a fool, you bought it.
А ты такой будет купил.
So this modern art, you see, it's not just like this. Have you seen this Picasso painting? It's just expressing his suffering.
Это современное искусство, например, картины Пикассо, это просто, проявленное страдание.
Picasso was a madman.
Он был сумасшедшим, на самом деле.
Van Gogh also had a madman.
Надо доктора, тот самый. Он образ застранились, как раз. Они смотрели на этого чудеса, красота. Какие-то картины людей, которые орут, лопят и пробуют какие-то чудеса.
Already life in the world is visible enough, and then if they want to have some diversion, they look at something which is absolutely horrible.
Жизнь в этом материальном мире уже достаточно полноценная, но если они говорят, как-то развлечься начинают находить еще больше радости.
And then they're surprised when people commit suicide.
Потом очень удивляются, когда самоубийство совершают.
So we don't engage in these horrible things.
Мы не верим в радость.
These are ways to see the form of Krishna.
Откройте ваши глаза для того, чтобы видеть форму Кришны.
Come to taste Krishna Prasad.
Используйте язык, чтобы ощущать вкус Кришны Прасада.
Come to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. How should we use for glorifying Krishna?
Язык надо использовать для прославления Кришны.
Otherwise, we glorify some person.
Потому что если мы будем этого делать, то он прославит какую-то ерунду.
Some politician, some sports player,
спортсменов.
and all at the time of the Olympic Games, Russia becomes very excited.
Я знаю, когда начнутся Олимпийские игры, то есть не будет рада.
Now's our chance to beat America.
Вот он наш шанс победить Америку.
What is this? What is this nonsense?
Какая чушь.
Some man can pick up a big heavy weight.
Какой-то там человек может поднять тяжесть какую-то.
You bring any baby elephant, you can win the weight lifting.
Любая солянка позовешь, он выиграет соревнования.
A big strong man is practicing so hard to get a big strong body.
Этот человек, он все время тяжело работает, пытаясь накачать себе это тело.
All that means is that the rise in battle, next life will become an elephant.
И в итоге все эти усилия, следующей жизни, он получил, что она вот
You must have a big strong body, so have a big strong body.
Хочешь иметь большое, крепкое тело, получи.
Become a buffalo.
Станет быком. Видели быков в мире?
They have their mantra.
У них тоже есть марка.
Why did I become a buffalo?
Так есть подобное нормально. То есть почему я стал быком?
So you want to get away from it.
Просто дорогу просто видеть тяжело.
Human life is not meant to become a buffalo.
Но человеческая жизнь это на самом деле не определительная стадия достижения формы быка.
If you want to become,
Нет, если вы хотите, вы можете.
whatever you want, Krishna is very well kind.
Если вы чего-то хотите, то Кришна очень милостив.
You want to become a buffalo, Krishna, all right. You want to be a buffalo, please become a buffalo.
Хотите быть быком? Кришна скажет, хорошо, пожалуйста, получай форму.
You want to eat all kinds of different foods, Krishna will give you facility.
Если хотите есть все подряд, Кришна снова восстановит.
Just like you see, I was in Malaysia and Thailand for some time.
Какое-то время я жил в Малайзии, в Индии.
There are so many Chinese people there.
Там много китайцев постоянно.
And their hobby, among other disgusting things, is eating all kinds of food.
Одно из их отвратительнейших хобби – это есть всякую разную пищу.
And especially the most disgusting, horrible kinds of things they like to eat.
И вот я хотел бы сказать некоторые особенно отвратительные вещи, которые они делают.
I don't want to talk too much about it.
Я не буду, конечно, много об этом говорить, или тоже с вами, но
Especially at Chinese New Year's Day. Anyway, every day they eat 5 times a day.
вообще каждый день они едят по 5 раз.
But on Chinese New Year's celebration, they eat 10 times a day and too much.
Но в Новый год они едят 10 раз и всегда отъедаются.
So then the doctors say not good business.
И потом доктора на следующие несколько дней имеют очень хорошую прибыль.
Because they like to eat more and more and more and more, but they cannot digest.
И теперь они ездят, конечно, обедают больше и больше и больше, но переваривать на это не способны.
It's unfortunate.
Такая у них неудача.
Anyway, Krishna will give them a chance.
Но, конечно, им даст шанс.
And if you like to eat on and on and on, all kinds of things, then why be in the body of a Chinaman?
Если ты любишь есть и все подряд есть, почему бы не знаю, все, Why do you be in the body? Why do you should be in the body of a pig?
Мы же теперь дети у свиньи.
And you can really enjoy.
И здесь можно наслаждаться вкусом. Без всяких проблем с весной.
No indigestion.
Никакого неспорения не будет.
You can eat all the garbage in life.
Можешь есть весь какой-то хочешь.
You see the pigs in India, they go into the streets and they have the open drain. Rather than go to school in the drain. Early morning, the pigs are standing in the drain waiting for the school to come down.
Да, в Индии там канализации нет, и там все это течет по определенным каналам, вся эта канализация. И рано утром с ними устраиваются вдоль канала, придут свежие испражнения, и текут.
What a nice life I'm thinking.
Чудная жизнь, думаю.
Everything is set up for my sense of being.
Все готово для сознания чувства.
Every morning I get up and go to the work down to the drain.
Каждое утро я отправляюсь в канале, проснувшись. Свежее течет.
So this pig is supposed to be dancing with Krishna.
Эта свинья, в принципе, должна танцевать с Кришной.
It's a spirit soul that is come in the body of a pig.
Духовная душа, которая попала в тело.
So degraded.
Так деградирована.
Because he misused his sensual thoughts.
Потому что неправильно использовал чувства свои.
So Krishna consciousness means don't stop using your senses, but don't misuse your senses.
Сознание Кришны, это когда вы не просто прекращаете использовать свои чувства, просто вы прекращаете неправильно их использовать.
Control the senses by engaging them in the service of Krishna.
Когда контролировать чувства, занимается служением Кришны.
Don't eat all that.
Это есть супериоритет.
Just take prasad.
Просто принимайте просто.
Don't talk all nonsense.
Не надо говорить супериоритет чушь.
Amara Pratish, Krishna is the eternal greater. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked all his devotees, if you really love me, you do one thing. Don't talk about very things of Krishna.
Свами Махапрабху попросил всех преданных, он сказал, на самом деле, если вы действительно меня любите, то сделайте одно, вы не говорите ни о чем, говорите только о Кришне. Всегда думайте о Кришне.
Bojane Krishna Kiva Jadamani Aham Vishachinta Krishna Bhagavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prосил.
Bojane, you didn't want to eat, you didn't want to lay down to go to sleep.
Даже принимая пищу или ложась спать.
What you speak at the time of awakening.
Что говорите о подъеме?
Day and night, think of Krishna.
День и ночь думайте о Кришне.
Speak of Krishna.
Говорите о Кришне. Как вы начнете?
And then if we engage all our life, all our senses in the service of Krishna,
вот все наше время занимаем все наши чувства в служении Кришне.
then it will be very natural for you to go to Krishna.
То естественно, конечно, мы направимся к Кришне.
Devotees are asking, how can we go back to her?
Как нам это можно?
Practically speaking, if we're engaging in devotional service, we're already better.
Практически мы занимаемся преданным служением уже готовы к служению.
Because here and there, there's not much difference.
Потому что здесь и там большой разницы не будет.
Here in this world, we are chanting Hare Krishna,
Здесь в этом мире мы установим Харе Кришну,
offering food to Krishna,
предлагаем Кришне пищу,
speaking about Krishna,
говорим о Кришне,
decorating Krishna,
украшаем Кришну.
everything Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Все Кришна, Кришна, Кришна.
Then in the spiritual world, the same thing.
Это в духовном мире то же самое.
Means practice, that's it.
Есть просто учитель.
Sadhana.
Sadhana.
Sadhana means practice.
Sadhana значит практика.
And when we get a taste for doing that, then our life is completely good.
И когда появляется вкус такого деятельности, тогда жизнь совершенно полностью.
It's the nature of the conditioned soul, the nature of the jiva, that whatever he does, he gets a habit of doing it.
Природа обусловлена души, природа живы, такова, что чем вы будете заниматься, она постепенно привыкает к этому.
That's why if you get a habit of eating all nonsense things, then you'll be very happy to take the body of a heart.
Именно поэтому, если вы привыкли есть эту гадость, то вы будете, в принципе, счастливы телом своим.
Happy means that's not happiness, that's suffering. But in illusion, this thing is happy.
Счастье, конечно, оно настоящее счастье, но человек в иллюзии будет думать, что это счастье.
And if one becomes accustomed to speaking about Krishna, hearing about Krishna, thinking about Krishna,
если человек привыкает говорить о Кришне, думать о Кришне, слушать о Кришне,
then it becomes very natural thing for him to continue that life after life.
то для него вполне естественно будет продолжать делать жизнь за жизнью.
That's why even if a devotee is not completely perfect, he gets reborn, then naturally he'll take up devotional service again.
Именно поэтому, прежде даже если он достиг полного совершенства и снова рождается снова, естественным образом примет снова преданное служение.
And also completely perfect in devotional service, they take birth in the universe, in this material world, where Krishna is present.
А те, кто достигли полного совершенства преданного служения, они рождаются в материальном мире в том месте, где присутствует Кришна, где присутствует Кришна.
And they finally get trained up to go back to the spiritual world.
И там они проходят последнюю подготовку к возвращению в духовный мир.
So this Saranagati Thakur is teaching us how to change our consciousness from I, me, and mine consciousness to everything belongs to Krishna consciousness.
Здесь в сознании, здесь Шаранагати Бхактивinoda Тхакур объясняет нам, как изменить сознание «я, мне, мое», а сознание Кришны.
Nija Shuka Lagi Kichu Nahi Hariyar, Apakiti Naga Bhavin Kava Shuka Shah. We endeavor for my own happiness, finished with it.
На сознание этого принадлежит Кришна. И он говорит здесь, что я похотел впечатление от этого всего.
Bhakti says, I'm still doing everything the same. I'm going on with life as before. Now I'm doing everything for your pleasure.
Bhakti говорит, что я, в принципе, совершаю то же, что и совершал раньше, только теперь я все для удовольствия.
So whatever you're doing, you can continue to do.
Так что вы не делали, делайте дальше.
Add Krishna.
Добавьте Кришну.
Do everything for Krishna.
Делайте все для Кришны.
Instead of doing it for our own sense gratification, do everything for Krishna.
Вместо того, чтобы делать это все для наших чувственных удовольствий, делайте это все для Кришны.
This way, life will be perfect.
Тогда жизнь будет совершенной.
Hare Sukashu Vikitamka Nivambanevya, Mi Prayashu Dijitala Vikasa. Whatever you are, whatever you're doing, continue.
Где бы ни были, чем бы ни занимались, продолжайте.
Engage your mind, body, word, senses, everything in service of Krishna.
Но тело, слова, чувства, все занимайтесь служением Кришне.
Just like doing this, you can conquer Krishna.
Просто делая это, вы сможете покорить его.
Krishna cannot be conquered.
Кришна не покорит.
His name is Ajit, never conquered.
Имя Аджит непобедим.
But he's conquered by the love of it.
Его побеждает любовь.
So by engaging in his service, constantly, one conquers Krishna by love.
Так что, занимаясь Кришне постоянным служением с любовью, он покоряет его преданность.
Krishna is very powerful.
Кришна очень могущественный.
He's so powerful we can't imagine.
А такой могущественность нам даже не представить.
But just a tiny fragment of his power, he creates, maintains, and destroys billions of universes.
Мельчайшая крупинка своей силы поддерживает, разрушает и создает эти бесконечные вселенные.
But despite being very powerful, his heart is very soft.
Несмотря на то, что он очень могущественный, сердце его очень легко.
If we see a powerful person in this material world, they're usually very hard-hearted.
Если мы видим какого-то могущественного верующего, у него обычно очень жестокое сердце.
Because practically in this material world, no one can become powerful without being really nasty.
Потому что практически в этом материальном мире никто не сможет стать могущественным, не является при этом очень спасительным.
Without destroying others, you cannot come up.
Не уничтожая других, не поднимешься сам.
Krishna is not like that. He's all powerful, at the same time he's all loving.
Все могущие, в то же самое время всевидящие.
So even though Krishna is the proprietor of millions and billions of universes,
Хотя Кришна владелец миллионов и миллионов вселенных.
if one simply offers him one flower with love, Krishna becomes very grateful.
Если кто-то предлагает ему всего лишь цветок с любовью, Кришна очень благодарен.
And he's ready to give himself as a devotion.
И он готов отдать себя этому преданному.
So this is the secret.
Таков секрет.
Mayavadis, they want to become one with him.
Майавади хотят единства с Богом.
As a result, they go to hell.
В результате отправляются в ад.
The devotees, they have no such a desire.
Но преданные таких желаний не имеют.
They simply give themselves to him.
Не просто отдают себя Богу.
They think of themselves as the servant of God. Everything I have is yours.
Они думают, что я как слуга Бога, и все, что у меня есть, твое.
And in this way, they tie themselves up with God in a very intimate relationship with God.
И так они связываются с Богом очень интимными любовными отношениями.
This is something I'll tackle with you.
Это может быть вот такое.
Is there any questions?
Есть вопросы?
Good temple room, no one has any.
Я поэтому на каком-то другого вопроса.
In the Bhagavatam it says that life is not material, and then at the same time Vikasa has his like husband and sons, and this is considered like a welfare of Vikasa.
So that's what the Thakur is teaching.
Это мой очень Бхактивinoda Thakur.
That renouncing the idea of everything belongs to me.
Отрекаться нужно от идеи, что все принадлежит мне.
If you live in a household and you think everything is Krishna's,
Если вы живете семейной жизнью и думаете, что все это Кришна,
and you do everything in your household like for the pleasure of Krishna,
и все вы для дома делаете для удовольствия Кришны,
that is pure devotional service.
то это чистое преданное служение.
Whereas even a brahmachari, he may have very little possessions, but if he's attached to that,
Это даже брахмачари. Если он имеет очень мало, но если он к этому привязан, это тоже привязан.
he may be attached to his coconut.
Он привязан к своему кулаку.
That's a true story.
Есть такая история.
You know that, so I saw that book Ramanujacharya, like it's translated in Russian.
Я видел эту книгу Рamanuja переведенную на русский.
So there's one incident in the life of Ramanujacharya.
Был один случай в жизни Рамануджачарьи.
He had a household couple who were his very dear disciples.
У него были очень дорогие ученики, они были мужем и женой.
And they were quite rich, they had jewels and so many different.
Они были вполне богаты, у них были бриллианты, что-то еще.
So Brahmachari's disciples of Ramanuja, they were a little envious of the household.
И ученики Рамануджи, которые были брахмачари, немножко завидовали этим домохозяевам.
Why is Guru Maharaj giving them so much attention?
Почему так Гуру Махарадж их балует своим вниманием?
They're just attached.
Они же привязанные люди.
They're so attached.
Ну, это человек люди.
So, one night, Ramanuja, he came into the Brahmachari ashram and all the brahmacharis were sleeping. And he stole all their coconuts. When they woke up in the morning, there was a big uproar. So disgusted, and they made a big fuss. Someone had come and stolen all our coconuts. So anyway, that happened. After a few days, Ramanuja called some of his brahmacharis and said, you know, I think you're right. Those household disciples of mine, they have too much money, they're too attached. Just do one thing, you go in the night, and you go into their room where they're sleeping, and you take all the jewels off the wife and bring them to me. So they did. They went there. They went very carefully and quietly. So the wife was there covering her foot in jewels. She was sleeping on her side, so they could only take the jewels off from one side. Then they just finished taking all the jewels off one side when she started to turn over in her sleep. So they thought, oh no, now she's waking up. So they ran back. So next morning Ramanuja, he called all the brahmachari disciples. Then he called for this household couple. When the household couple came, they offered him a visit. And he said, is everything all right? He said, by your mercy, Guru Maharaj, everything is always all right. So he asked, did anything happen last night? I said, yes, actually something unusual did happen. So the wife said, I was sleeping, but I heard some noise and I woke up. And I saw some of the brahmacharis had come. And anyway, I lay there and they started to take my jewels off. But anyway, I thought, well, if they've come, they're all very pure devotees, they must have been sent by Ramanuja for some purpose. So they took the jewels off half my body and I just turned over, so I was just turning over so they could take off the other half of the body when they all ran away. So the Ramanuja said to the brahmachari, just see, you were so upset when your coffin was stolen. And these three hustlers, all their jewels were stolen and they were ready to give. Of course, the fact is that not everyone is so unhurt. Generally, Grihastha means some mundane attachment is there. So, Bhakti Thakur is teaching to give up that attachment and transfer the attachment to Krishna. Any other question?
On the way, actually, coming and in Russia there is such a tradition to fast fully without even drinking water. And it says even on calendar, Vaishnava calendar, in Russia it's written like, don't drink even water. So, is it so?
Prabhupada didn't do it. Bhakti Saraswati didn't do it. You should continue doing whatever services you've been given to do. And if you really want to follow it properly, then you should eat only very light food in the day. You shouldn't take any food out in the day. And you should stay up all night, not sleep during the day. And that's if you really want to follow it properly according to all the rules and regulations.
Это что касается правильного следования всем правильным предписаниям.
Fasting means, if you want, you can, but then you should go on with all your other services. Fasting means, minimum, one should not take grains or beans.
Also about the Kaddish, children of 12 or 14 years cannot live for this.
From that age of 12, you can teach them. I'm not saying full fasting, but regular, no grains and beans. Holiday Vidyabhushan was going to Bodhi in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, in the Madhva Sampradaya, but later he joined the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, line of Saranagati prabhu, and he was living in Vrindavan under the guidance of Vishwanath Chakravarti. Under the guidance of Vishwanath Chakravarti. He is especially famous for having written the Govinda Bhashya. Vishwanath Chakravarti was guiding him. Especially famous for having written the Govinda Bhashya. The Gaudiya Vaishnava commentary on Vedanta. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his followers, they didn't make any commentary on the Vedanta Sutra.
Потому что для них было очевидно, что Шримад Бхагаватам является естественным комментарием.
By the author of the Vedanta Sutra, Vyasadeva. At that time, some controversy arose. Because even though the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya claims derivation from the Madhva Sampradaya. Practically speaking, there are some differences also. There's different philosophy. Philosophy basically is the same. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God, and we are all His servants. But the system of philosophy, the analysis of philosophy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's is achintya bheda, inconceivable oneness and difference, whereas Madhva's is dvit, shuddha dvit, only two-ness. There's no oneness between God and anything else. God is a completely separate entity. So there are significant differences. Yet, although basically all the Vaishnava philosophies are the same, there are significant differences also, if you analyze the details, between Madhva's philosophy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy. So at that time some controversy arose because the deities that were being worshipped in Jaipur, Radha Govinda, by the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. The Ramanandis, who are an offshoot of the Ramanuja Sampradaya, they also wanted to take up the worship. Yes. So they challenged that you have no right to speak or do anything because you're not a proper Sampradaya. Because any bona fide Sampradaya must have its own commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Sampradaya establishes its philosophy on the basis of its commentary on Vedanta Sutra. So they made this challenge, and they said some Gaudiya Vaishnavas had come to. So at that time, the senior most Gaudiya Vaishnava was Vishwanath Chakravarti. You answer this challenge. So Baladev went and he said, actually, we follow Srimad Bhagavatam. But the Ramanandi Pandits, they didn't accept this. They were very dogmatic. You have to give Vedanta Sutra commentary. So Baladev said, alright, you give me 7 days. I'll give you a commentary. Now, how can you write a commentary on Vedanta Sutra in 7 days? You can't even read it practically in 7 days. You can read, but how to understand? It's not so easy. So Baladev, he went before the deity, Radha Govinda, he fell down and said, I've given this promise, now what to do? I made this promise, now what should I do? So Radha Govinda told him, I'll tell you what to do. Bring your pen and paper. I'll dictate to you. So Baladev sat down for 7 days and Govinda dictated, this is the commentary. And he came back in 7 days and said, here is the commentary. Govinda Bhashya. Govinda's own commentary on Vedanta Sutra. He already gave his commentary in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. But in this dialectic manner, which is the method of analysis in the Vedanta Sutra, he also gave this commentary, this method of commenting on Vedanta Sutra. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis. Anyway, there's some proposal, there's some objection, and then the final conclusion. So Baladev Vidyabhushan, he also wrote a commentary in Bhagavad Gita. And Prabhupada, he based his commentary on Bhagavad Gita on Baladev's commentary. There are other commentaries on Bhagavad Gita by other Gaudiya Vaishnavas also. Particularly Vishwanath Chakravarti's commentary is very famous. For understanding the basic philosophy of Bhagavad Gita, Baladev's is the best. Understanding point by point. Prabhupada dedicated that Bhagavad Gita as it is, the If you see, in Prabhupada, he has dedicated Bhagavad Gita as it is to Baladev Vidyabhushan. Prabhupada was so nicely presented his commentary on Vedanta. So practically, we're distributing Bhagavad Gita as it is all over the world. So these are the teachings of Baladev Vidyabhushan. Actually, teachings of Krishna, as elaborated upon by Baladev Vidyabhushan, and as presented to us by His Divine Grace, we see Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada speaking on Bhagavad Gita as it is, distributing this book, basing our lives on it. These are all the blessings of Bhagavad Gita.
Распространяем и посвящаем всю нашу жизнь этому, и все это